What is going on, my refiners? It is your Severance Season 3, Episode 3 review. It is your host, Justin H. I do have the background, but I am not in character today, okay? I was gonna find it hard to do that every week. It's hard to stay in that character and try to review and keep it consistent. So I just decided to uh, keep the show like this from from now on. But we're gonna go ahead and dive into these topics, y'all. Just a couple top moments here. There was a good episode, by the way. 4 out of 4 waffles. We got the search for Casey, um, minus um, Dylan, who's having some visitation rights this episode. We're gonna talk about Dylan's visitation. I thought it was a little weird. Some sums up with his wife. Some's not clicking on that. Some's not clicking. Um, a gift for Milkshake. That painting. He looks like Uncle Ben. That painting looks like Uncle Ben. That first painting they showed. But is Milkshake compromised, or is he on the verge of becoming compromised? I don't know. I don't know. Just when you thought you knew Milkshake. Let's see. We're gonna talk about that export room. What are they exporting? I have no idea. And of course, Mark reintegrated at the end of the episode, guys. So that's pretty much gonna be everything I'm talk about in a nutshell. Let's go ahead and get into today's show. Um, But yeah, I decided to keep the background. But as far as, getting the suit and tie and doing that character, I can't do it every week. I actually tried, guys. Um, I was gonna have it, I was actually gonna up it up a little bit and have it where I'm an any and do the review as an any and talk about the any parts of the episode and then transition to myself as regular and talk about the outie part of the episode. But I was like, I don't have time to put it together, y'all. So I had to go ahead and just get on camera and talk, of course. Um, no images, nothing like that. We just gonna talk from my bullet points that I have, and we gonna move along the way because I'm tight for time today. So anyway, let's go ahead and start off with things here. Let me fix myself just a little bit. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Let's talk about um the search for Casey here. Of course, we get Mark. He prints up those copies of Casey, and everybody's on board. It seems, except Dylan, and to somewhat extent Irving, because Irving wants to go find the painting um, that his Audi's been drawing, and he tells Dylan about it as well. And Dylan's just like, "Nah, you go by yourself." He was just coming up with all type of excuses. Do y'all consider Dylan somewhat compromised? I mean, he was just keeping it a secret because Milchik told him to, of course. And but other than that, I think him and this whole visitation thing. Um, he's not gonna want to jeopardize that, and he's already hooked now that his Audi wife or whatever told him, "I love you, baby." So he's feeling that. And I don't know. I think Dylan might be somewhat compromised, guys. I don't know. But I can tell you definitely who's compromised. Helly. I don't think this is Helly. I've had time to think about it. And just after watching this episode, I just her mannerisms, the way she acts, her speech, just everything about her vibe just shouts Helena. I haven't gotten the vibe. This is Helly for a good while now. Maybe a couple glimpses here and there, but maybe she's a good actor too. But let's go ahead and move on to Mark and Heather, who had a very awkward scene here with the. I was just like, just kiss already, damn it. So Helena, I believe she's Helena. She definitely wants it, and y'all know what it is. Definitely after watching that kiss on the camera last episode, she wants that. She wants some of that. And yeah, I definitely think Helena is infiltrating here. So, but will we see Helly at some point? Mm, they might flip it upside down. You know, we had Helly pretty much the whole first season. Then at the end of the season, we find out finally who she is on the outside, right? So maybe we'll wait all the way to the final part of the season, and somehow Helly will be back in the picture instead of Helena, if that makes sense. But I totally believe this is Helen. But um, she did play her role with the whole in the inside the goat room, the was it mammalians, nurturables. So we find out it's a whole nother department, and I don't know what we doing with these goats. And it's a whole goat man, and he had his whole costume and everything. So definitely weird there, but they try to get some answers as far as to the whereabouts. But after a little pushback from them, they finally, told them that Casey used to do wellness with them as well. Just kind of paraphrasing here. But yeah, they looked like they were about to give them the beat down at first when she rung that bell and all the people came and they wanted to see their bellies to check to see if they had pouches. I can't begin to tell y'all what I think about that. I don't know what's going on with that. So yeah, so that was the whole, goat scene or whatever. Um then after this, let's go ahead and talk about Dylan and his visitation with his Audi wife, who basically tells him that his outside is he, she wanted to say it. He's kind of a f up. So I don't know. His Audi is kind of a loser, man. He can't keep a job. He can't even put the cookies in the oven. All you got to do is put the cookies in the oven, slice them, and put them in the oven, man. That's all you had. You had one job. But anyway, she tells him she loves him, and um, so he's gonna be hooked on that. It's like she loved me. But you can kind of see where Dylan gets that whole competitive nature from, I guess you can say, because in the first episode, um, he was talking about when Mark was talking about the story that Milkshake told him. He's like, okay, which one of us is the most famous? Things of that nature. So I think that outside experience is seeping into the any as well, and that's kind of where he gets that from as far as the whole compensating thing. Um, so I want to talk about his wife in particular. Okay, in the scene where she met up with him at Lumen, she's like, "Okay, I love you," all this stuff like that. It was a little weird, but she felt somewhat empathetic towards him. And then go back to the Audi, she's just like, put the cookies in the oven. He asked her what did the visitation go like. She was like, it's good. It was good. I'm like, okay. I thought she would have had more to say than that. So I don't know. Her whole demeanor outside of that conversation of, with his any was a little different. It almost had me feeling like that would even his wife. Maybe they just put a clone in there or something. Like, I don't know. That's just a wild theory, but I don't know. It was just something odd about the outside interaction. But yeah, he's pretty much a house husband at home. It seems like since he can't keep a job, so he stays at the house, take care of the kids, and has all these daddy duties and things of that nature. I don't know. But yeah, Dylan Any is definitely more um definitely has more going on than outside uh Dylan. Okay. Um, we also got Miss Wong as well. We got Miss Wong. We didn't see her last episode, but of course she's back. She was walking him down the hall, and he asked her, "Why are you a kid again?" So we gonna get this question every episode. Why are you a kid? But other than that, nothing much else happened with her. She was watching them as far as their interaction, and she told old girl not to use Milchick's first name, Self. So I don't know if that was any consequence now that Dylan knows his first name. I don't know if that's of any importance, but she did stop her from, using any personal or sensitive information. So let's move on here. Gift for Milkshake. We got a gift for Milkshake, and those paintings were. This whole episode really was just weird awkwardness. It just gave you that uneasy feeling. Definitely with Natalie, and her little mannerisms or whatnot. Miss Wong, and then you had the awkward scene with Mark and Helly, and uh, that weird. It was some weirdness between Dylan and his wife. It was just weird, awkward, and you love it, right? But anyway, so I guess they're doing their job. But yeah, Natalie gives these paintings to Milchick, and they're basically recreations of Kier in his image, though one of them looks like Uncle Ben to me. And I definitely got some type of uneasy racial racial issues, uh undertones, I meant to say, within that. So it definitely, Milchick did not like this. And you think the guy that's like all lumen, right? He's like, I ain't feeling this. So Milchick is a very complex character. I don't know which way he's going. Could he possibly be compromised, like I said earlier in the review right here? But he definitely feels some type of way about this painting. And did they ever change that name on his computer? Is he still pissed about that? So, but yeah, it just his whole demeanor seemed different than the usual pro lumen Milchick. So we have Milchick's not all, just a computer robot that serves Lumen's whims or whatnot. So there's definitely some complexity in there. Other than that, Milchick seems very conflicted, at least for me anyway. Y'all tell me what y'all think about Milkshake here. Other than that, let's see. We got what's going on in the export room. That's what it is when Irvin goes to R&D and reunites with Felicia, right? And she identifies what his drawing is that he's been seeing. But other than that, nothing really much else points to what the room is. We're gonna find out more about it. Um, I don't think it was anything else that pointed to who he was talking to on the phone. I think it's Ragabi, but that remains to be seen. But before we move on to the final scene here, let's just talk about Cobell real quick. I did not put it on my headliners here. So let's talk about Cobell. She comes back. I'm like, are you serious? I'm like, she keeps like last season, it annoyed me because okay, they let you go and then you still tell them about the Audis. I would have let the whole thing burn down. But so she ratted to Milchick, and then that's how we go into this the start of the season. Uh then she drives off after yelling like a lunatic last episode, falls asleep on the side of the highway. That truck should have ran over and her and that little doom buggy or whatever. And she comes back. Helena's leaving, and she still wants the position of the leader of the separate floor, or whatever, manager of the separate floor. Um, then Helena calls up Natalie and gets a board meeting, and Cobell's about to go with her, and then she stops, and then she goes back to her car. I was like, I don't get it, whatever. Um, but she did say we do need a reset. I'm like, I don't know, maybe I would have been a little bit hesitant too. I'm, what you mean reset? Reset what? So yeah, they might have been getting her up out of here. So yeah, the whole, I guess you could say, rivalry between Cobell and Helena is definitely interesting. I like the dynamic between the two, even though I have a personal disdain for the Cobell character. Okay, let's go ahead and end things off with Mark's reintegration. So he definitely is aware of what's going on now. That's what it seemed to me. With the whole uh, combining of the two we saw at the end of the episode. So, um, so this means that Mark. I'm trying to see because at the beginning he was okay. They just showed him timing the elevator, right? So that wasn't him already reintegrated. I don't believe so. So he wasn't reintegrated at the beginning of the episode. So, but next episode he will definitely be reintegrated. So we're gonna see. So not only will we have any Mark, but we have Audi Mark inside of Lumen. So this is definitely going to be interesting. But yeah, a little bit early in the episode, he tries to burn his image of, who's alive into his retinas or whatever, only to get stopped by Ragabi. Ragabi takes him back to the lab and puts him through the same process as Petey went through, I'm assuming. And we have reintegration. So, and I guess before that, he did meet up with Devin, and who is suspicious of Lumen, of course, and Natalie, who's trying to get I forget her husband's name to rewrite the book for Lumen. So we got that going on with Devin, but we didn't see much of her this episode. But yeah, Mark is reintegrated, guys. I definitely look forward to what that means as far as the rest of the season is concerned. But anyway, guys, I think I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to get up out of here. If you haven't already, make sure we still got the MDR quota, guys. Hit that like button, 100 likes, right? Do it for Kier. Praise Kier, right? But anyways, that's gonna do it for me. Comment down below what you thought of the episode. How many waffles should get it? Do you give it 4 out of 4? But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. I will see you guys next time. Peace out.